I can handle the crowd and the noise of the street. I can wear the okay and stay on my feet. But the second the key turns the lock in the door, the always we promised hits the hardwood floor. The silence is waiting, it's lean and it's wide, feeding on every secret I'm trying to hide. The shadows are thickening, the oxygen is spent. I'm wondering where all the forever finally went. The walls are leaning in just to listen, and it still hurts when I'm alone, like a shot of the spirit, like a cold piece of bone, a high fidelity ache in a hollowed out soul. There's no one to witness, no one to see the slow motion breaking of the ice into me. A lead heavy longing, a structural groan. Yeah, it still hurts when I'm alone. I make one cup of coffee, I sleep on one side, in the high definition of a place I can't hide. Every creak of the floorboard is calling your name, in the clinical logic of this quiet great shame. It's not a sharp fever, it's not a loud cry, just the slow motion logic of a permanent sky. In her this lay undisparate, the density of never is almost generic, turning my bones into iron and lead, and it still hurts when I'm alone, like a shot of the spirit, like a cold piece of bone, a high fidelity ache in a hollowed out soul. There's no one to witness, no one to see the slow motion breaking of the ice into me. A lead heavy longing, a structural groan. Yeah, it still hurts when I'm alone, just me. I didn't feel the pull, I didn't feel the snap, just a slow motion widening of the gap. One day we were touching, shoulders in the dark. The next there was miles a mile where we used to find a spark. It's a quiet kind of distance, a peaceful kind of war. Watching you get smaller from the kitchen to the door. The tide is coming in, the ice is getting thin. I can't remember where your heartbeat used to begin. We're just two different islands in a cold gray sea, and hearts drifted apart slowly, not with a storm, but a silence so holy. A long, quiet exit from the us we used to be, further from you and further from me. No sudden departure, no bridge in a flame, just a gradual forgetting of each other's name. Yeah, hearts drifted apart slowly. I reached for your hand, but the water's too wide, and I'm standing on the shore of a never-ending tide. We're talking about the weather, we're talking about the time, while the mountain of our always is impossible to climb. The current is a ghost pulling at the roots in the muddy architecture of our heavy gauge boots. Continental shift, a permanent rift. We're moving at the speed of the grass as it grows into a hollow darkness that nobody knows. And hearts drifted apart slowly, not with a storm, but a silence so holy. A long, quiet exit from the us we used to be, further from you and further from me. No sudden departure, no bridge in a flame, just a gradual forgetting of each other's name. Yeah, hearts drifted apart slowly, too far to swim. Walking through the rooms, but the air is different now. A high fidelity ghost, a silent broken vow. The kettle's on the stove, and the books are on the shelf, but I'm talking to a version of my own hollowed self. You didn't take the chairs, you didn't take the light, you just took the always and moved into the night. The walls are still standing, the floor is still wood, but the feeling of home isn't where it once The spirit of the place has finally moved out, and love didn't stay here. It packed up its heart and it left me with fear. In the high definition of a cold, empty, a structural failure, a hollowed out room, feeding on the shadows and a permanent gloom. I'm holding the handle, but nobody's near. Love didn't stay here. I drop a spoon and the sound hits the floor, like a hammer was striking at the wood of the door. The rooms are all hungry, they're lean and they're wide, feeding on the secrets I'm trying to hide. It's not a soft fading, it's a sharpening blade, cutting through the peace that I tried to have made. An empty vessel, a quiet wrestle. The architecture's fine, but the center is gone. In the pale gray light of a permanent dawn, and love didn't stay here. It packed up its heart and it left me with fear. In the high definition of a cold, empty, a structural failure, a hollowed out room, feeding on the shadows and a permanent gloom. I'm holding the handle, but nobody's near. Love didn't stay here, just empty. Sub-bass well. It started with a loose thread, just a tiny phrase, a word we didn't mean, or a look we turned away. I didn't feel the tension, I didn't feel the pull, until the cup was empty that used to be so full. We're sitting on the sofa, but we're miles apart, watching the stitching come out of the heart, one stitch at a time. One day at a time. The pattern we made to find the start, but there's no way to fix a deconstructed heart. The warmth is escaping through the gaps in the weave, and there's nothing left for me to believe. You're a silhouette now, made of shadows and air, while I'm just the ghost of the girl who was there. It's a quiet disaster, moving faster and faster, until the skeleton is all that we see of the us that was supposed to be. And hearts unravel in time, not with a snap, not with a break, just a slow undoing of every mistake. We're coming apart at the softest touch. We held on too loosely, or maybe too much. Now there's a pile of string on the floor, and I don't know who you are anymore. Your hearts unravel in time, just a thread. I'm hitting the button, I'm calling your name, but the signal is cold and the logic is tame. I can see you right there through the window of glass, but the you that I knew isn't letting me pass. The line is a flat line, the server is down. In the high fidelity quiet of this ghost-ridden town, access denied, nothing inside, a high-definition version of a place we can't hide. The connection is lost on your end, and love feels unavailable now, like a handheld ghost, like a hollowed out valve, looking for the old ways, but I don't know how to get past the firewall, to get past the screen, feeding on the space that is that open between a permanent busy, a cold-blooded bow. Your love feels unavailable now. You're active now, but your spirit is gone. A blue light shadow at the break of the dawn. I'm scrolling through forever, but it's already cached in a file of a memory that's already crashed. We're not a tragedy, we're not a great fall, just a restricted account leaning against the wall. System failure, no behavior, there's no moving on when the signal is dead. And the version of us is just stuck in my head. And love feels unavailable now, like a handheld ghost, like a hollowed out vow. I'm looking for the always, but I don't know how to get past the firewall, to get past the screen, feeding on the spaces that open between a permanent busy, a cold-blooded bow. Yeah, love feels unavailable now, not responding. They say the quiet is a mercy, a place to finally rest. But the absence of your heartbeat is a drum inside my chest. The vacuum you left behind is screaming in the hall. I can hear the shadows scraping up against the wall. I'm covering my ears, but the static's in my bones. A frequency of never in these hollowed out zones. It's a ring in the ear, it's the only thing I hear. The roar of the empty is drawing too near, like a jet engine idling in an empty room. And missing you feels loud, like a thunderclap hidden in a single gray cloud. A riot in the marrow, voice in the crowd. It's crashing through the kitchen, it's tearing up the floor. The sound of you not being here anymore. A sonic architecture of everything I've lost. Yeah, missing you feels loud, no matter the cost. I drop a glass and it sounds like siren in the dark, searching for the dampening of your original spark. And missing you feels loud, like a thunderclap hidden in a single gray cloud. A riot in the mirror, a voice in the crowd. It's crashing through the kitchen, it's tearing up the floor. The sound of you not being here anymore. A sonic architecture of everything I've lost. Yeah, missing you feels loud, no matter the cost. Can't see you here. I was white knuckling the always, trying to keep it tight, but the edges started blurring in the middle of the night. I reached for your shoulder, but the fabric was thin, like a ghost was inhabiting your original skin. It wasn't a break and it wasn't a tear, just the slow motion leaking of the not really there. The harder I squeeze, the faster it goes. A quiet kind of hunger that nobody knows. The solid reflection is starting to run, and love slipped through fingers like water from a cup, like the smoke that still lingers. A high fidelity ghost, internal and stingers. I couldn't scoop it back, I couldn't pull it in. It's soaking the carpet and staining the skin. No way to hide it, no way to pretend when the center is gone and we've reached the end. Yeah, love slipped through fingers. I check my palms for the weight of the us, but there's nothing but shadow and a settle of dust. You're moving like vapor, you're moving like steam, while I'm drowning in the wreckage of a half-made dream. It's a subclinical ache, a high-definition sting in the high definition of this nothing thing. And loveless and gorgeous in the way that a tragedy looks from a distance, before we give up on the last of resistance. And love slipped through fingers like water from a cup, like the smoke that still lingers. A high fidelity ghost, internal and stingers. I couldn't scoop it back, I couldn't pull it in. It's soaking the carpet and staining the skin. No way to hide it, no way to pretend when the center is gone and we've reached the end. Yeah, love slipped through fingers. Can't hold on. I don't check the door every time that I hear a sound. I've stopped looking for your shadow on the kitchen ground. I make 1 cup of coffee, I sleep on one side. The fever is broken, the ocean is dried. It's not a sharp needle, it's not a loud cry. It's just the gray color of a permanent sky. The panic is over, the shock is all gone. I've settled into the cold light of the dawn. Like a habit I can't seem to break, and missing you feels normal. Like a dress that I wear quiet and formal, a low frequency hum, internal and thermal. It's the air that I breathe, it's the way that I stand. A phantom vibration in my empty hand. No longer a tragedy, no longer a war. Just the weight of the shadow on the hardwood floor. Yeah, missing you feels normal. I see your name on a letter or a screen, and it doesn't even flicker in the space in between. I've memorized the hollow, I've memorized the gap, until it's just a line on a familiar map. It's subclinical now, a dull steady thrum, the static of nothing making me numb. Inhale, background noise, without any choice. It's become the architecture, it's become the frame. A world that forgot how to speak your name. And missing you feels normal. Like a dress that I wear quiet and formal, a low frequency hum, internal and thermal. It's the air that I breathe, it's the way that I stand. A phantom vibration in my empty hand. No longer a tragedy, no longer a war. Just the weight of the shadow on the hardwood floor. Yeah, missing you feels normal. Just another day in the heavy. Sub-bass well. The clock on the wall has a heavy hand, ticking like salt in an hourglass of sand. I used to fill the rooms with the sound of us. Now the air is thick with settled dust. I don't speak your name, I don't call for help. I'm just learning to live inside myself. The walls of ears, or so they say, but they haven't heard a word all day. Just the hum of the fridge and the creak of the floor and the ghost of you walking out the door. And now the silence knows my name. It's the only thing that stayed the same. It sits in your chair, it sleeps in our bed, it repeats every word that we never said. A hot old companion, a familiar sting. The quiet is becoming my everything. Yeah, the silence knows my name. I tried to scream just to break the spell, but the sound died down in this padded cell. It's not a void, it's a living thing, a velvet weight, a linen ring. It knows my secrets, it knows my fears. It's been drinking up all my wasted years. It's louder than the noise. It's taking back my voice. We used to be a symphony, a beautiful roar. Now I'm just a shadow on a hardwood floor. And now the silence knows my name. It's the only thing that stayed the same. It sits in your chair, it sleeps in our bed, it repeats every word that we never said. A hollow companion, a familiar sting. The quiet is becoming my everything. Yeah, the silence knows my name. It's calling me. The dust is settling in the shape of your shoes, near the edge of the bed where I have nothing to lose. I trace the path you took from the sink to the door, a ghost of a pressure on the hardwood floor. It's a light kind of damage, a soft kind of dent, a record of everywhere that the us finally went. No muddy tracks, no heavy boots, just the slow motion pull of the tearing of roots. The carpet is rising to hide where you stood, and love left quiet footprints across the kitchen till and through the empty hall. I'm following the shadows that lean against the wall. Try to sweep them up, try to wash them away, but the memory of your weight is determined to stay. It's in the tilt of the chair, it's in the sag of the rug, like a permanent hollow, like a slow motion shrug. I'm walking on the echoes of the way that you moved, in the deep-seated rhythm that our lives once proved. A myth of the leaving, a floorboard that's grieving. You didn't need a suitcase to empty the room, just a soft stepping exit in the middle of the gloom. And love left quiet footprints across the kitchen tile and through the empty hall. I'm following the shadows that lean against the wall. Not a mark on the surface, just a weight in the air. I can see exactly where you're no longer there. A path made of silence, a trail made of blue, quiet footprints leading away from you. Watching the dust swell, I can touch the space where you used to stand. It's got a texture like iron, a weight like the land. The world is a movie, low res and thin, but the ache of your never is under the skin. It's the only thing solid, the only thing true, in the high definition of the missing of you. The walls are all paper, the ceiling is glass, watching the rest of the universe pass. But the hollow inside is a mountain of stone, and missing you feels real, like a shard of the spirit, like a cold piece of steel, a high fidelity truth that I can't even heal. It's not a soft shadow, it's not a light gray, it's the heaviest thing in the middle of the day. A masterpiece of always, a structural seal. Yeah, missing you feels real. I drop a glass and it shatters so light. In the face of the silence, I fight every night. Your name is a gravity pulling me down to the center of this ghost-ridden town. It's not just a feeling, it's a physical law. Watching the nothing open its jaw, more than a ghost, loving the most. I'm a witness to the weight of the original host, pinned to the floor by the permanent post. And missing you feels real, like a shard of the spirit, like a cold piece of steel, a high fidelity truth that I can't even heal. It's not a soft shadow, it's not a light gray, it's the heaviest thing in the middle of the day, a masterpiece of always, a structural seal. Yeah, missing you feels real. It's the only thing left. The sentence is hanging, the ink is still wet, but the pen has been dropped on our own regret. I'm looking for the period, the dot on the line, but the architecture here is no longer mine. We left the table with the coffee still warm, watching the always lose its original form. The comma is heavy, the weight is still there. I'm talking to a room made of static and air. The door is still open, just a crack, and love feels unfinished now, like a handheld ghost, like a hollowed out vow. I'm looking for the ending, but I don't know how to close up the circle, to turn off the light in the high definition of this lonely cold night. A half-finished story, a structural bow. Yeah, love feels unfinished now. I check our old messages for the part where it died, looking for the never you were trying to hide. But the words just get softer until they're just air, a high fidelity record of being unaware. door didn't slam, the glass didn't break. There wasn't a storm to leave in your wake. You just started thinning like ink in the rain, until I couldn't distinguish the love from the stain. I'm holding a conversation with a vacant chair, reaching for a goodbye that isn't quite there. No final page, no turning of age, just a slow motion exit from the center of the stage. The narrative's fraying at the end, and we faded without closure. A cold-blooded finish, I lost my composure, stuck in the static of a long-term exposure. I'm looking for the period that dawned on the line, but the architecture here is no longer mine. A half-finished story, a bridge to nowhere. Yeah, we faded without closure. I check our old messages for the part where it died, looking for the never you were trying to hide. But the words just get softer until they're just air. A high-fidelity record of being unaware. How do you heal when the cut never shows? In the lopsided logic of a nobody knows. An open wound, out of tune. I'm waiting for the sorry that won't happen soon. Trapped in the orbit of a hollowed out moon, and we faded without closure. A cold-blooded finish, I lost my composure, stuck in the static of a long-term exposure. I'm looking for the period that dawned on the line, but the architecture here is no longer mine. A half-finished story, a bridge to nowhere. Yeah, we faded without closure. I'm sitting on the sofa, just an inch from your sleep. But there's a border between us that I can't even leave. I reach for your heartbeat, but it's distant and low. A flickering candle in a field of white snow. We're sharing the oxygen, we're sharing the light, but the always we promised has moved into the night. The shadows are thickening, the oxygen is spent. I'm wondering where all the forever finally went. The signal is lost on your end. And love didn't stay close. It turned into a ghost of the thing I love most. A high fidelity ache on a distance, a structural hose. Yeah, love didn't stay close. I check the alignment, I check for a sign, but the ink is just running on every line. We're sharing the table, we're sharing the bed, while the us in the mirror is turning to leave. It's a subclinical damage, a velvet-lined crime, ending the rhythm and ending the rhyme. Telescopic and microscopic, there's no way to touch what is already dead when the ghost of the us is just stuck in your head. And love didn't stay close. It turned into a ghost of the thing I love most, a high fidelity ache on a cold-blooded coast. It wasn't a crash, it wasn't a fire, just the slow motion snapping of a low-tension wire, a clinical distance, a structural host. Yeah, love didn't stay close. Already miles away. The blue light of the phone is a bruise on the wall, and I'm listening for your keys in the silence of the hall. I know that you're miles and a forever away, but the darkness has a way of bringing back the day. I'm tracing the hollow where your shoulder used to be, in the high definition of this cold periphery. It's not a dull ache, it's a sharpening blade in the middle of the quiet that we already made. The sun is a liar, but the moon tells the truth. And I'm still thinking late night in the pale silver glow of a flickering light, the same jagged edge, the same hollowed out fright. I can play it off cool when the traffic is loud, but I can't find a place to hide in this cloud, a permanent winter, a clinical bite. Yeah, still thinking late night. I close my eyes, but the footage is clear. The scent of your sweater, the salt of a tear. It's a forensic recall of the things that I lost, while I'm counting the minutes and counting the cost. The clock is a hammer, the seconds are lit in the heavy architecture of our empty bed. To recall watching it fall. I'm a ghost in my own life, a name on the wall, replaying the shadows in this empty hall. And I'm still thinking late night in the pale silver glow of a flickering light, the same jagged edge, the same hollowed out fright. I can play it off cool and the traffic is loud, but I can't find a place to hide in this cloud, a permanent winter, a clinical bite. Yeah, still thinking late night, same time tomorrow. We thought we were marble, we thought we were steel, a high definition version of something too real. But the cracks started showing in the middle of June, a slow motion fracture under a hollowed out moon. The foundation was paper, the pillars were glass, watching the solidity of us finally pass. The beams are all bending, the story is ending. We're caught in the middle of a slow motion rending. The architecture simply gave up. And love didn't stay strong. It buckled and broke under the weight of the long, a beautiful right that turned into a wrong. It didn't take a hammer, it didn't take a storm, just the cold, steady logic of a heart losing form, a structural failure, a mechanical thorn. Yeah, love didn't stay strong. I tried to hold up the ceiling with my own two hands, but I'm standing on the shifting of these desolate sands. You're looking for a hero, I'm looking for a net in the high fidelity wreckage of our own regret. The always was heavy, the maybe was thick. Now I'm just a clock that's forgotten its tick, a slow motion crumble, a visceral humble. We're just two shadows in a structural tumble into the darkness where the never is humble. And love didn't stay strong. It buckled and broke under the weight of the long. corner. It leaned on the wall, waiting for the earth to finally start to fall. It didn't intervene, it didn't say a word. It's the coldest spectator I've never heard. I watched you pack your bags, I watched you find your keys, while the quiet settled down like a slow-moving freeze. No shouting in the kitchen, no crying in the hall, just the steady observation of a shadow on the wall. It was counting every minute, it was holding its breath, and silence watched love leave. It didn't pull the curtain, it didn't even grieve. It just opened up the space where we used to believe. It saw the final flicker, it saw the steady gray, as the version of forever finally walked away. A witness without a heart, a ghost up in the sleep. Yeah, silence watched love leave. Now the room is a museum for the things we didn't say, and the quiet is the owner, keeping colors at bay. It's memorized your absence, it's memorized the gap, like a predator waiting for the final heavy snap. It doesn't need a partner, it doesn't need a sound. It's just comfortable with nothing being all that's found. An unblinking eye, a hollowed out sky. It's been here the whole time, just waiting for the door to be the only thing left on the hardwood floor. And silence watched love leave. It didn't pull the curtain, it didn't even grieve. It just opened up the space where we used to believe. It saw the final flicker, it saw the steady gray, as the version of forever finally walked away. A witness without a heart, a ghost up in the sleep. Yeah, silence watched love leave, along with the witness. I'm replaying the tape of the last thing you said, looking for the why in the back of my head. But the audio's grainy, the signal is thin, and I can't find the place where the over begins. didn't leave a map, you didn't leave a sign, just a jagged edge logic on a flatlining line. The comma is heavy, the weight is still there. I'm talking to a room made of static and air. The door is still open, just a crack. And you left me wandering in the cold gray logic of a structural blundering, a high fidelity ghost, internal and sundering. Was it something I did? Was it something I missed in the high definition? For the part where it died, looking for the never you were trying to hide. But the words just get softer until they're just air, a high fidelity record of being unaware. How do you heal when the sentence is stuck in the lopsided logic of a run out of luck? Ellipsis and dismiss. The loudest goodbye is the one that I miss in the high definition of this near miss kiss. And you left me wandering in the cold gray logic of a structural blundering, a high fidelity ghost, internal and sundering. Was it something I did? Was it something I missed in the high definition? For the rooms we'll never build, and the ghosts of the dreams that we never quite filled. We were a second away from the rest of our lives, before the maybe turned into these cold silver knives. I'm standing on the threshold of a door that's not there, reaching for a promise that turned into air. The ring in the drawer, the name on the lease, 1,000 tiny pieces of a broken down piece. We were standing on the edge of the light, and we almost stayed forever. watching the version of forever finally pass. It's not a memory, it's a high fidelity, not a cold little corner that we both forgot. We were the authors of a book that got burned at the very last page, at the very last turn. The gravity of almost is a permanent mark, a silhouette of waiting in the middle of the dawn. And we almost stayed forever, a beautiful knot that we couldn't quite tether. The wrong kind of always for this kind of weather. We were a heartbeat away from me and you, but the spectrum is narrow and the oxygen is few. A finished kingdom, a settle of dust. Yeah, we almost stayed forever, so close, so close. Settle of dust, yeah, we almost stayed forever. I'm a house with the furniture taken away, just the dust and the shadows in the middle of the day. I can hear my own pulse like a drum in the hall, echoing off of the cracks in the wall. You didn't just leave, you took the me out of me, leaving a hollow where a heart used to be. The cupboard is bare, the oxygen is spent. I'm wondering where all the forever finally went. I'm a vessel with nothing but the sky inside, and you left me empty, like a bucket in a well, like a soul in a century, a high fidelity ghost in a cold-blooded entry. I'm breathing in shadows, I'm breathing in white, in the high definition of this hollowed out night. A masterpiece of nothing, a quiet decline. Yeah, you left me empty. I try to find a feeling, I try to find a way, but I'm just a silhouette at the garden gate. The always was heavy, the maybe was thick. Now I'm just a clock that's forgotten its tick. You scooped out the light, you scooped out the roar, and left me as a shadow on a hardwood floor. A vacuum of grief, a stolen relief. It's the loudest thing in the world, this quiet belief that I'm just a frame for the goal.